Right, well, back to some more Dragon Age. So, Trespasser, right, we're on to, feels like the halfway point. So, we're hunting down the Thedas, who is who's working for Fen, or tracking down Fen'Harel, right? Fen'Harel. Either way, let's jump to it. The new path has opened up, which means we can probably find the final piece if we go off the beaten path of the armor set. The fact that we're getting close to the end of the armor set makes me think that, you know, we can probably finish off the DLC today. I'm assuming this will be the last fight. Another booby-trapped chest, most likely. There's a sack. Where's the chest? A bit further in, I guess. Oh. Notes. Unknown language, but one with a ring of keys and unflattering skull. Either way, there's definitely the loot chest. Question is, what's going to ambush us?
Demons! Hold your ground!
You're actually not that bad. Ah, there's a revenant as well. He's actually the real bossish enemy here. Or is that it? No, never mind. Revenant must ability or something. Unless there's waves to this one. Otherwise, this is by far the easiest. Very anticlimactic. Right. Yep. Ah. Okay. It's armor set. A huge loss of stats for us, though. I was thinking it'd be a second ring. So we're not using the middle necklace. I suppose we can kind of use the armor. Less armor. Less dex. Less cunning. And technically our cunning bonus is giving us 11.5 critical chance, so less of that as well. I assume I need to equip them all once, though, to get the achievement. Either Whispers, right? So that should be the full 4 set. But yeah, it looks like 2 out of 4 is pretty decent. Oh, no, yeah, we're using the belt and we're using the ring. But the necklace, our cooldown reduction, I think is just significantly better. And then our armor is also significantly better. Which tends to be the case. All crafted armor seems to be just better overall. Alright, so we need to go through, I'm guessing that one, with all bookshelves. It's not like you have to really go digging here. Although, we did get the primers. Actually, we could go back. Which place? Blow up the vault? I think it was the first place. Yeah, that makes sense. First place was the cathedral, and the second place was where we got the primers, the poorly lit mine. So if we go back to the first place, we should be able to snoop around a bit. I don't know if there's actually secrets, since we found all the pieces of the armor. But, always worth investigating. If we don't get caught on rocks. So, I think there was the cave-in, and there was also the vault. And I think we can quick travel-ish to there, since we unlocked the side passage. Which is good. Since it won't take too long to snoop around a bit. Don't need bloodstains. It's curious that we started with a torch. But yeah, we go through this side. That leads us straight to the ending points. Question is, can we blow up any of these? No. I think they have to be red. Were the ones we were attaching primers to. But we can get in here. Where we want to go. Still feels like it's attached to a cave-in somewhere. Question is, can I remember which side the cave-in was in? definitely out this door. And I think it was this side. Last time we went that side, because that's where the map feels like it should link up. Yeah, down there. There we go. Still nothing over here or anywhere. Still have all the junk items from the Winter Palace at the starting point. We prime these ones? No. No. Is it because I have that? That'd be a no. Huh. Really thinking this was going to be okay. I don't think I can aim down. No. Wow. That's a bit disappointing. And a whole bunch of backtracking for not a good reason. Maybe we get another ability further in? It felt like the primers. Well, I guess it would make sense if we didn't have, you know, an endless supply of primers. Alright, well, I guess bear with me while I go all the way back. Nothing else going on in the area. I mean, we can hunt the Hulla. There is the golden Hulla. Seems rare. I suppose if we see it, we can pick it off. These are both normal ones. Yeah. We can't blow up any of these, it looks like. They have to be here for a reason. Yeah, the ones in red are definitely the actual explosive ones. So you have to have some sort of interaction with them later on. Guessing the golden hull is gone. Remember it being on this side. Another thing, I suppose, to Google. Have to go back the way we came. Here it works. Are there any... No, there's other sort of devices in here. There's somewhere else I'm meant to blow up. Surprised this isn't one of the walking puzzles either. But I guess, nope. No secrets to rediscover here. Just a waste of time. For now. We'll get something later on. I have no idea why I thought that dropped backwards. I think if we came up it the other way. We'll find a way into this vault. Especially because there's a talking point in there. Or a grail. Oh, there's a... You know what, this could just be an Easter egg with a reference to the Holy Grail. Monty Python or something. Either way, nothing we can do about now. There is a NPC somewhere nearby. But yeah, these ones don't have the red markings on them, so these are background display. The other ones, though, I think will be interactable at some point. Either way, to the bookshelf. Luvion. Ah. Nope, never mind. Just checking if the golden hulla was anything. Not a secret. Golden hulla, a rare thing. Masterwork leather. Not good masterwork leather, mind you. I suppose some of the movement increases to stealth could be interesting, depending on the build. But for what we're doing now, we can move around quite easily enough. Actually, we'll see if the game's smart, and they just give you the 4-piece armor set early on.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Good. Time to get some answers from the Vidasala.
this one? No. Alright, let's see if we were basically one step away from fighting a boss yesterday.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Why does this instead feel like it's the end of the game? End of the DLC? Well, always look around. Plenty of stuff to... Okay. The fact that there's weapon modification here makes me think this is definitely the end of the game. Interesting. I'm sure this area goes deeper than just that central point. Kind of weird that there's the modified runes. It almost feels like the game knew exactly what I did and is telling me to change the rune on the bow. Basically, I just thought, well, we're fighting a bunch of Qunari, so why not stick... what rune is it? Corrupting rune on this, which does damage to living. And then we're here in a very spirity place. And what do we pick up? I feel like we picked up Corrupting rune, but then we also picked up a different rune as well. So I could swap it to lightning, just to guarantee that I can do damage. I mean, it's only a loss of 25 damage, I suppose. Not huge. Still feels like we have the Qunari boss to deal with. This does... well, it's obviously fade. And hence the floating building.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
What are you?
I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Qunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
Alright, easy enough.
I'm looking for a Qunari called Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have
Can
more
you utilize it in
information.
some sense?
I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me
At least the
nearer
ability,
Qunari,
you know,
I
go
may
from
know
one
more.
place to the other. Makes
Kindly
invasion
grant
a
my
lot easier.
greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Thedas.
I was going to say, yeah.
Knowledge of the
Collection of
Empire.
knowledge, obviously.
The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court, a connecting place whose paths
How
are
good
in
would that be?
disarray.
Just walk through your mirror in your bedroom to a library. That's the
There
question
must be
first.
thousands of years of history here. There must be so much you can teach us.
I will try to recall, honored patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Enasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken parts at every... missing. I cannot. There is no more. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Qunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person? Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated
All
learning
Fen'Harel
before the
himself.
fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Especially with the last few lines, the spirit said, right?
Qunari. On that... upside-down island.
I feel like this one's gonna flip us. Is there any other way to go? No, we have to click it anyway.
Up there
cleared some of the steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Qunari.
Interesting. So find all the eggs, basically. And yes, this area is definitely going to be bigger than I was thinking. Good. And every jump is a death. But still, we have to look for secrets. Just circle around, yeah. Alright, well, if there's only one path. We now upside down, I guess? Can we see this? Or we saw that? Either way, this is going to be another ability.
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
Or not?
What does that mean?
Last time we
I'm
had a
not
glowing
sure.
spinny.
Tell us
or
if it gets
not
worse.
spinny antlers. We got our anchor discharge. I think the ability's called this one. That flashes when I highlight it. More stuff to explode. I swear the red one's going to be explodable. One mirror there, and then a staircase over there. And nothing to do with this. We go for the one that's undecorated? No. 2 horns, and then this is 5 horns. 7 horns? Let me count. 7 horns. Here we go. Hard to know which one is additional. And where are we now? Oh, it's a maze. There are multiple pathways. Something over here. Fade touch honeycomb. Applies the following to any crafted weapon or armor. Chance to inflict bees on target. That's actually really good. If I didn't need all my health, I'd probably want that on our weapon. Bees induce panic, and then panic is guaranteed crits. I'm sorry, I have to. Of course, there's a visible wall. Worth a chunk of HP. Just to check. Game in the mirror. There is a broken staircase up here. And there's a staircase on the other side too. I'm guessing they connect to one another. And they keep going upwards. Mirror? Somewhere? Something? Spirit and dead Qunari.
These Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Look at their eyes. They died in fear.
Alright, so there's a demon prowling around somewhere.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams?
See, now that I didn't
The
know.
Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
They're saying some guy just made the veil? We must have been ass deep in demons before then.
Yeah, that's actually one way to think of it.
That means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the
Where are
same.
you? Oh, all the way back there. There's probably a way to turn off what's called directional audio. I should probably do, because I do like hearing their conversations properly. Nope, nope. No? Is there not? Interesting.
Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build alluvians of our own?
No.
But think of the...
Nope.
After these past few years, it would just be good to create something magical that is also helpful for a change.
Is that wise?
If I get around to it, I'll send you an Illuvian, Cassandra. Striking women can never be flattered by too many reflections.
Well, the fact that, the modern
If
world
you get
found them,
around to it, shall I be forced to
as
accept?
modern as it, you
If
are
they're
in
going to
Dragon
stuff me
Age.
into
And
politics,
the
I've
first
got to have
thought was
some fun on the
use them
side.
for invading one another. I'm gonna say it's not a good idea to build more. There's definitely something to find here. Books to read. We always go alternative paths first. A lot of missing books though. It looks like this is just coming. Alright. Whatever it wants us to find, we'll find. Has to be one of the books, no? Maybe... No, it's the egg. Makes more sense considering what we're meant to be doing in this area.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down Illuvian.
Creepy. Helpful, but
Fine.
creepy.
Two more? One more?
Can we trust this magic?
It's a place of learning.
One more.
Maybe
Then you go
this
to the hand
Via
area.
Thara is helping us find what we need.
Now it's even weirder.
Surprised they didn't give you a quick way back, though. Or maybe we're gonna get ambushed. That'll also make more sense. Yep. All that coming. Very low on HP though. I saw you try and teleport. Where are you? As I saw you didn't die. I don't know where the assassin went. Surprised none of them are elite though. Actually got that first combat buff. No, there we go, you're elite. Dead elite though. More? Oh, means I'm just good to keep the corrupting room. Hey Jody. Down was where we came from, no? Oh, ambushes and then back to the central library. Right, weird place to get stuck. Alright, then to the other side. The enemy is here now? No.
Inquisitor, we must look at your hand.
Anchor
The
blast.
pain stopped.
Let's see if it works. It does. Perfect. So we can now blow these up. Not that these are doing anything. But there are definitely some of them we want to. Ah, that's something I didn't know. The anchor ability, because it gives a vulnerability to our friends. And I also didn't realize there's something at the back here. But only if they're in a certain range. Also good to know. What's down here? Another Illuvian. There's that one which feels like the one we're meant to go to. And this one doesn't have any... What? Ornaments? No fancy thing on the top. Spirits. And I want to get to that ledge, please. It's just a straight drop. It puts you out here. Okay. It feels like I'm meant to jump to ledges, or I guess build this later. But it also feels like I can cheat. Thanks to the leap ability. Except I can't carry any momentum forward here. That way? Alright, never mind. You can't cheat. There's literally a barrier or something. But this is good to know. We'll come back. Maybe after we build pathways. That pathway will be built too. Another one of these. I don't think discharging 5. The egg is... That's the one we did. Oh, there's something with Veilfire here. There's no prompt to light any of them, though.
More dead Qunari, with terrified expressions.
I'd be excited, but, you know, after X amount of fear demons, is it really a big deal to find another one?
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Harel. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Harel's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So the ancient Elven Empire collapsed because the Veil weakened magic.
If what we're hearing is true,
Ugh.
this would have been a disaster beyond measure.
Do you realize what this means? What this
Right.
place is? The actual history of the elves could
Oh my God,
change
man.
everything.
The directional audio is also kind of weird. But that means the orb that Kryphius was using, without, you know, spoiling too much, the intention was to destroy the Veil so that the elves could recoup their magic. That's the ulterior motive,
Crap,
I would
magic
expect.
mirror crap, evil demon crap. When this is over, I'm gonna need somebody to hit me with a stick again.
No,
I'm not sure whether I want that to be a metaphor or not.
Next time we get the gang back together, let's do a dragon instead. Dragons are fun.
They actually are. And the fact that Veilguard has shown off a very similar system with their gigantic mobs, I sincerely hope there's more than 3. In this, there's literally just the behemoth, giants, and dragons. And it's kind of disappointing. That was one of the big selling points about some of the combat. When the Dreadwolf gazes bright, light burns in a ring of the dead. Well, it sounds like like the Veilfire that we saw in the lower area. Something over there wants us to run through. We see a statue or anything of the Dreadwolf.
This looks
See
like
a bold elf.
technical notes.
And
What did the
Sandra fell
Qunari
somewhere.
come here to learn?
They're real technical. I can't make out any either. Something about magic. That's it.
I recognize some formulas. The Qunari are trying to prove theoretical magic of some kind.
Question is, what's back here? What's the point of running through there? A staircase up, and a chest. Chest with nothing in it. Actually, the emeralds and stuff actually sell for a lot in Trespasser. They're like a couple thousand coins each. Not that there's anything significant to buy. And there we go. So when his gaze is bright, then light the ring of fire. And then press. On the door. How do I get Veilfire? Do I have to be a mage? I need to get a torch from somewhere. I don't remember seeing one, though. I do remember seeing rings. That side's too far. Technically speaking, Dorian should be able to brute force his way through these. Actually, it might be a little too low at this point. But no, there we go. Pop the invincibility. There's a book that I missed. I doubt you can just light it. I assume we have to actually find the source of Veilfire. But here's hoping. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Not where I wanted to drop. Good stuff. His eyes are still lit. And all the razors are lit. So if we go back to that first area, I assume we can grab a torch. And then come back, and then we get the loot box. Not quite sure where the egg is, though. For us to click to reassemble the bridge. One puzzle at a time. Are they lit? Yeah, they are lit. They are not lit. I see glowing. Where's it glowing here? What? Okay. None of these are lightable. Puzzle eludes me. We go back and push the button again. Or see, at least, if the eyes are still glowing. Maybe it's further back where we get the torch from? Nothing over there. Nope. There was two above his head. Can we see it at all from this location? We can, and it's not lit anymore. Maybe going through this turns it off? Or it's timed. Also, something down there. Which I can probably just drop to if I'm smart about it. So it feels like you could cheat the fire by going up this way. Nope, invisible wall. The fire system kind of sucks in this. The idea is you use this ability, the one that gets highlighted, and that allows you to walk through the fire. But it doesn't quite give you enough time. Press that, his eyes light up. I drop down here. And then go through the door. We do it quick enough. And that's the hope. Lit. They are lit. Alright. Solved. What happens if I light them myself now? Are they just on permanently? They are on a timer. Do anything to the note sphere? I move the torch. I think this is just for the loot though, because he has one of the little puzzle boxes. Fire's poor. I don't think this is actually what we have to do to go forward. I think that's down below. However you get there. We're just gonna jump to it. I feel like that cave has an invisible wall though. Question is, how do I get through this? Does this work? And do I keep the torch? Alright, so that doesn't count as combat. Although this could open that up something. We like this. Why is that? Seem booby trapped. What do we get? We got Cream, which is not a great sword, although cold enchanted, cold damage, kind of interesting. Does it look a little? Not that we can see it. Cassandra's goes to her hip. We've seen it before. The blade is just magical. Alright, so that's out of the way. Question is, how are we meant to go downstairs? I vote the out of bounds path. Let's figure out where exactly to drop. Or we go the proper way. To the little staircase that we missed. And there we go, there's the egg.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted alluvion now.
Alright, so we can go to that end, back to the beginning. Feels like we've gotten the secret of this place. Being this little puzzle. Nothing down below, no. Well, no, there's still that other alluvion. And we have no idea where it goes to. Also kind of low on HP. All damage feels kind of weird in this game. Like it's more of an annoyance than impact. Especially when you just drop into combat. Luckily no one else aggroed. Just res once I get down there. There we go. I think I'm where I died. Alright. They're gonna kill me again though. Well, yeah, I can stop this time. Alright, let everyone else taunt. We do our thing. Don't jump to the edge. Perfect. Oh, and this now does what? Sizable damage, actually. Actually against the ones that have armor. Big boy. 12k. I think I can still do more damage through burst, though. Don't know how worth it is to run in. But if it does knock down anything, that would make it really good. Ah, there's our fear demons.
They're the librarians.
Oh, there's several. There's some trick to them. Well, they don't take any fade damage. I guess we just burst them down. They're all elites, they aren't all elites. It's usually the runaway points. Missing I could do without.
Don't toss.
I think that's 2 down. Get out of whatever that is. Never really got the gist of these guys. Like, stuff pops up on screen, and then you die. I guess it's just fear. And as whips, they're even less cyclable. Yeah, they do a ton of damage. Another one down, and then just you left.
You lost dinner.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Very meh encounter. There's also a new mirror there. Was that where we came in? No, that's where we came in. Alright. I want to check the mirror down there, though. I also want to blow up anything that's been blown up. Just in case it does anything. We'll see if building the staircase built this. Or it might be one of those things where you have to come back to it at the very end. Is there a path now? No. Is there anything? No. Is this just where the hand leads? Oh, it seems like that's where the hand leads. Either way. Onwards. Right? Was it? No, it was a different hand then. This is multiple giant hands. There was also actually mirror. Where do we see the mirror? Beginning, wasn't there another path that looked? I'm guessing that was the place we've been to now. Alright, well, this is the path to take. I don't think dropping down helps us at all. Right, that's just the library. Alright. See where this leads.
Survivor of the breach. Herald of change. Hero of the South.
The Vidasala, I presume.
After fulfilling your purpose at the breach, it is astonishing to
He's not
hear you
talking about
still
us.
walked free among your people. Your
Maybe.
duty is done,
I thought he
Inquisitor.
was talking about Bull.
It is time to end your magic.
We kind of do have to fight.
The anchor repairs tears in the veil. I would think you'd approve of that.
But also creates
Is that
them.
all it does? Tell me, why hold your hand as if it's begun to pain you? I am no stranger to catastrophe, but this chaos in the south defies comprehension. The Klloo left your people to curb your own magic. You've amply proven we should have stepped in long ago.
Is that what Dragon's Breath is for? Murdering our heads of state just to control our magic?
Do you believe closing the breach solved everything? That its consequences stopped there? The day we saw the breach, the Klloo decided its action. We would remove your leaders and spare those who toil. This agent of Fen'Harel has disrupted everything. Lives that were to be spared, lost for him.
Who is this agent?
You.
Why would you think they
Me.
work for the Inquisition?
Kill the Inquisitor, then follow me to the Dargarad.
Oh, this is a large fight. I guess that's what the explosion is for. Try and deal with them en masse. You need to go. Not enough damage though. That was really not much. I'm glad they added extra attack animations and everything. Of the normal enemies. This seems like a fight we're losing. In all honesty. Seems like a fight we've lost. Yeah, there's definitely a problem they have. The cluster of fights in the beginning of the game are a lot more well managed. This just seems like a shit show. Just use all your abilities. Like the res again. Go back to the ground. Nope. I definitely think this is probably a loss. I don't think I can salvage this. There's way too much going on. I suppose as long as Sandra holds aggro, there's a chance. Deal with the weak ones. And run in. Come up. Run out. Very, very few non-elites. Actually, there are none left. I really need my flexibility. I think Bull has his though. That's not where it is. Thing is, an extra attack speed. So that does something. Does seem like you do something to retreat. You kind of get through them though. If Dorian didn't have all his stuff to auto-revive, he'd be screwed. He just keeps getting up, basically. Make sure I stay invisible, too. Alright, somehow we managed. Not a good shield. I assume the keystone is necessary.
Demons, dragons, and even darkspawn. Now Qunari. I wonder if we will ever run out of things to fight.
Now I'm thinking about dragons, and I'm even more depressed about being here.
The dragons were amazing, weren't they?
They really were.
I never understood my homeland's fascination with dragons until the Inquisition. I suppose I am Navaran after all.
You don't like corpses, though. Maybe you're Qunari.
It's a very large
No
area.
wonder
to
the
explore,
Qunari
though.
translated notes into our language. It was for their non-Qunari spies.
They'd have to. Kunlat's not an easy one to learn.
But it just looks like this is where they're all camping. Yeah. Don't think it's secrets aplenty. We can't even go backwards, interestingly. Yeah, I have to sleuth. Even if there's nothing. There might be something. But, it's a message.
These are Vidasala's papers. She brought mages here to research strengthening the veil.
A way to clamp down magic. No wonder she's here.
It explains why the Qunari thought it was worth camping here.
And destroying lots and lots of books, unfortunately. Critical chain. Every time the wearer of this amulet doesn't land a critical hit, greatly increase their chance. Ooh, that is actually tempting. Because we could respec, in a sense. And put everything into crit damage instead of crit chance. And use that. I think that's worth it. Here's a little side area. Means where exactly? Chest and a broken chest I can't even open. That's weird. And it's just death. Don't know how long this actually takes to recharge. There we go. Alright. Maybe there's something to come back to later. Or maybe it's just an empty chest. That feels like the way to go, and this is another broken one. Alright, talk to the spirit time.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
And a reset.
Can you tell me where a Qunari called the Vidasala went?
Yes, we heard much, although she fooled herself into thinking we could not hear. Take a keystone to the Davarad. I will join you there soon and take stock of our remaining Gatlock powder.
I found a keystone with one of the Qunari.
Yes, but how do we use
you
them?
need words for their key. Maras Nira. It glows. It will open the way to the Davarad.
Well,
May
I'm
you
glad the
find
spirits
what you
record
seek.
every conversation.
In coming here, you strengthen the paths. I can now raise one, if you wish to go.
You've been very helpful.
Gil Dethan was what the Elven called me. One who guides seekers of knowledge true.
But that
I
also
was
means
connection. One city could read the
Away.
records of another.
A
One
huge
elven
drop.
feel the memories of another.
You can fix well.
When the
Oh
veil
no, wait.
fell upon us,
Oh, of course.
I marked the end
This
of all
is
they
there.
knew.
Yeah,
We've
this
got
is.
to find this
I was trying to
Darvarad.
skip the end,
And
basically.
corner Vidasala
They
there.
were the same place. Puts us near the library, and then we just go back. I guess there isn't any other secret or puzzle. Suppose one's enough. Don't suppose there's anywhere else to go to. But since we have the detonate ability, as long as this doesn't take us straight back to the Winter Palace, there are other places we can go. You say anything different here?
Greetings.
Or are you a different one entirely? I guess you're a different.
We'll be
scope.
going now.
Wisdom.
We already looked around the entrance. Still a weird place to have a weapon modifier table. Maybe they knew the fight would be hard. I think it's going to take us straight to the Winter Palace. Give you an ability to go back through areas.
Your agents
and they
confirm
skip
there are
past it.
Gatlock battles in Denerim's palace?
Yes, and in Valroyo and across the Free Marches. The Winter Palace is not the only target.
The Canari are one order from destroying every noble house in the known world.
Oh, there is a bright side. Warning the ambassadors will remind them of the Inquisition's value.
Not when the Inquisition is responsible for that threat.
Angered or sad? Sad.
This is our fault.
Fault? No. But our responsibility.
How did it happen?
The elven servant handling the barrels confessed to working for the Canari.
But the
Ah,
servant
so we
was
were right to
Orlesian.
arrest him.
That implicates Orlais, not us.
But the barrels arrived at the Winter Palace on the Inquisition supply manifest.
How are we supposed to fight a war when we can't even trust our own people?
Do you know who got the barrels onto the Inquisition manifest?
Yes, several of the Inquisition's elven workers have gone missing. I had their backgrounds checked. They joined the Inquisition after fleeing the chaos in Kirkwall.
I remember when Kirkwall was at its worst. Many of the city's elves converted to the Klloo, trying to find a better life.
And the Canari turned them into spies.
The Inquisition stopped Corypheus and saved the world. We can't let an
Sure,
outside
save some
threat
royals.
change who we are.
I fought to protect the Inquisition in this exalted council. And for what? So we could deceive and threaten those we claimed to protect?
Once we locate the spies,
This isn't about the spies. You hid the Canari body. You've all but seized control of the Winter Palace.
we did what was right, not what was politically convenient.
Do you know what this has cost us with Orlais and Ferelden? They are planning to dismantle us as we speak. And perhaps they are right.
Well, it has to end with us being dismantled, right? That's what makes sense for Scout Harding to be in Veilguard, everything to happen in Veilguard to recruit new people. I feel like we'd probably be outraged with this, what's going on at the moment, right?
Shit. Damn it. We save Ferelden and they're angry. We
Yeah.
save Orlais and they're angry. We close the breach twice and my own hand wants to kill me. Could one thing in this fucking world just stay fixed? I need to get to the Darvarad. You all can fight amongst yourselves once I'm back.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Would you like us
That's
to
kind of the
inform
healthy
the
thing to
Exalted
do.
Council of the
Comfort
danger?
and then fix. I feel like this is a pivotal choice in whether or not they dismantle us, so I think comfort.
Yes. If we fail, the Exalted Council needs to know what happened.
I will inform them personally.
Leliana, I can...
No, your job is hard enough already. This is my responsibility.
I'll have guards ready at the Alluvion, in case the Qunari attack the palace.
Make her watch over you.
And still run around and explore, though. Nighttime. I doubt there's anything different going on. Seems like the main secret places is back through the mirror. But we can probably hunt for secrets in both areas now. Place different at all? Nope.
Red told us what happened with your hand.
We all knew this was probably our last time out together. Let's make it a good one.
Enjoy me while you can. I expect you'll all miss me terribly later.
It's been an honor to kick asses beside you all.
Oh, nothing. That's the way to go.
Thank you. All of you.
Well, if that doesn't obviously tell you that this is the final one. It's fine. We can prolong it. Finally getting into this treasure vault. Hard to know where to test the explosive power. I think the only interesting way to go is through this side. Looking for red marked ones. It could be as simple as just on this side of the wall. It's not. It has to be the cave-in. We tried to blow up before. The weird thing though is, what does gold really do for you at this point in the game? In that sense, they could have also just given you infinite gold. I assume it's going to be a ridiculous sum in this vault. Please work. Please don't just be a wild goose chase. Thank you. Yep, there we go. It is a ridiculous amount of gold. That you can buy whatever you want. And you can craft whatever you want. It's nice of them. Would be a lot better if there was like a New Game Plus. There's definitely a lot more use for gold in the main game than the DLC. How much do we have? Yeah, so now we have 273,000. We'll check the ruin area as well, the deep roads. In case there was another path there. But I think there was ones I tried to blow up and they wouldn't blow up. Even though it says you can blow them up with fire or electricity. Loads. Deep roads is that mirror. I doubt there's anything that extends further. that way as well. Quick look-see. Ooh. Okay, so red looking bases. Bases already kind of collapsing. Surely they wouldn't let you back here unless there was something to find.
It's completely submerged.
I wonder if any of the workers got out.
That's interesting, actually. It's different now. Maybe I should come back here sooner. Ah, there we go.
We should see where that leads.
Another mirror. Perfect.
Another alluvian.
Unknown ruin with a veil fire. Hopefully a puzzle. We haven't had a puzzle in a while. Probably grab the torch. Like a proper puzzle. There's another mural. Yeah, read the plaque, figure out what to light. Alright, simple enough. So what do we have? Where the Dreadwolf gaze blaze, paths are brought to light. Interesting, I can't really run. What is there to interact with, though?
Look at this mural. Hold on. I see something hidden in it.
Oh, runes.
The runes say the Ever-Numerous fought the Titans. They mined their bodies for lyrium and... something else. It's not clear.
Interesting, so the owls actually know more about... What is going on with this? I walk on the puzzle? I need to light this somehow. I don't suppose, Dorian, you can do it from... No. There has to be some way to raise this staircase. Or stairs. Keeps moving. Does he follow us? Is that what's going on?
Have to try something else, I suspect.
I have no idea how we turned it, though. We need to look at that, and I need to press the button. It must be something to do with these, then. There we go. Ah, perfect. Not too tricky, then. Makes me curious if there's any torches elsewhere. Or any runes elsewhere. We get the Heart of Pride star. So yeah, the elves fought the Titans, which means the elves use the deep roads a lot more than expected. Question is, do I think there's anything further in? Flash, can you? No, because it's submerged. What we can do, though, is take this torch and explore places. That's actually something we didn't do in the library. When I had the torch, I should have held on to it and looked around. Maybe we should check out the Winter Palace. This is the finale, as indicated by the companions. Oh, you don't keep the torch though. Go all the way back to the ring, grab the veil, and that's fine. We'll check out the Winter Palace. I'm not going to do the library again, if there is anything there. Hard because there's not like list of collectibles as there were in the other areas of the game. But it is nighttime, so this area is technically different. I should probably see if there is anything different. Paths I've never been on. Well, you could make your way all the way across. And all the companions are elsewhere now too. Right? Nowhere? Oh, you can't even interact with them. I don't suppose the shop or anything. What is buzzing then? One more notes to read. And what's this one? I'm not crazy, right? There's weird colors going on? Oh.
I'm parched. Where is that servant?
I have no idea what all the people are doing here, though. They're crowding the bar. It looked like there was fireworks.
Is not so unreasonable.
Nope, not the golden nug. No, I haven't used any of our potions either. Can we see lights or something down here? Yes, just look. Can't even see the town down below anymore, can you? Not really.
A pleasure.
Oh, activate. Oh. Detonate, that's cool. I guess you have to time it? I get big explosions when they're like under the wire. 4 cards, 72. We got magic and we got a sigil. Huh. Alright. But just before they drop. So you do have to watch the rock come out, especially for the big cutscenes.
Make us smile.
That did badly. 62? I don't know what it's out of.
Same old.
It must be just before they lose momentum, not when they fall.
Such changeable weather this season.
The last way was kind of just do it all at once, I guess.
How's it been?
15. We're doing worse and worse. Although we're not getting more stat bonuses. That could be because we're not beating our score. Maybe there's a timing to it? I mean, the big explosion must tell you you've done it perfectly. And same with, like, the crowds.
Same old.
Well, people are getting bored, apparently. Question is, anything else going on anywhere? No, we can buy. Not that I really have any use for it. Clasping more. No, you can't. How much is that? No, you can buy it. Half our gold. Can't sell it back, though.
Good day.
We can't use it.
Would you care to
We could make a bee bow, though. That would exploding bow. I think we're fine. I think we quickly check the other side. And then it's probably time to end the DLC. I'm kind of curious where all the companions are. It doesn't seem like there's really anything going on this side. We still go up to all the areas though. Nothing to interact with. Nothing to read. Oh, something. Nope. Nothing. Shady in the background or anything? To the keystone then. There is actually still the 2 balconies here. Hold my head up. Nope. Alright, that'll do. Surprised there wasn't dialogue with your companions or anything. This is the last area.
The Darvarad. All right, everyone. Get ready.
In we go.
So this is the Darvarad.
Look at this.
It's
an Illuvian graveyard.
Where did the Qunari get all these? How
Kinda
long have they
dickish
been
of them.
studying Illuvians?
Doesn't go.
The sooner we stop
Probably
this
goes
invasion
somewhere
plan,
bad.
the better.
Or somewhere, obviously, they don't want others to go to. So the option is just to destroy it. And then being so great. Always fun down to beat through first. I don't know about you, but ability squash is bane of games. Yet obviously the majority must find it more accessible. Like thinking about this compared to Origin. And the big difference with the combat, because they could have still done punchy combat with a bunch of ability choices. I mean, even with 8 to choose from, it's still not, there's no choice, right? 8 I have, this the 8 I have. The other stuff I can swap in isn't really stuff I can swap in. There's no deliberation necessary. Mages love to do Superman landings. Well, we definitely want to grab a torch. Basically telling us to grab one. Question is, where does it go to? I assume we're fighting all the way over there. Giant glowing mirror. There's some stuff to blow up at least.
We should hurry. Here they come!
Yeah, that actually does decent damage. Both the explosion and the things you can explode.
I wish I could say I'm
Sure
surprised that Fen'Harel wants to murder everyone, but it makes sense. We tell stories about how corrupt the South is. Who wouldn't want to kill the evil nobles and save the people?
Patrolling guards. We need to deal with them as quickly as possible.
Suppose the idea is you blow up one there nearby. That doesn't quite work, considering they're all up here. I'm just gonna... The vault looks like where to go. And that looks like I'm dead. Out the way. And recoup for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Alright, maybe not picking them off slowly was a bad idea. Probably was that name ability first using the ultimate. Really need to get rid of you. Seems to do a lot of AoE damage, not you. The assassin hiding behind you. I think that's the problem for us up here. Every time you assassin, he's basically attacking all of us. Drawing being dead is actually a problem. Please tell me I got the assassin. There's one more. Alright, now I think we're in the clear. Just the tanky guys. Very tanky guys. But watch, we'll get to the boss and the boss will just blow. Belt of retaliation. I probably should look at that.
That's quite the door.
Question is, what is up here then? Have to blow up other agents. Want some agent though. A research tower with a key, so this must be another puzzle.
Do the Qunari have any idea what they're dealing with?
They should. I'm sure Iron Bull's giving reports about Red Lyrium. Gonna be slightly annoying. Why is there a golden nug here? Another weird area. What's the puzzle? One sees the hunter, one flees from it, one hunts it in turn, one outwits them all. All we have is wolves. I guess that's a dragon? An elk? One sees the hunter, one flees from it, one hunts it in turn, one outwits them all. The elk sees the hunter, the elk flees. Something hunts the elk. And then the hunter is free. Wants us to light one. So far our options are 2. Guessing there's more downstairs, maybe?
Is that
now
an astrarium? How did the Qunari move it here?
And one of those weird keys you can only find with a tranquil skull.
You grabbed all the different things we've found throughout the game. Well, some extra stuff. Alright, well, I'm gonna light the owl. Or it's the order you're meant to light them in. Here's your button. Usually have a button to push. Is this open? It is. Of course, it circles around to where we've been. The hunter hunts the elk. The elk runs. The dragon-looking thing hunts it. The owl leaves. This riddle is going over the top of my head.
No good.
Have to try something else, I suspect.
Let's light them in a certain order, which is fine. We can do that. Is there one by the rabbit? So, in my head it goes elk.
Have to try something else, I
Dragon looking
suspect.
thing.
No good. No good.
Okay, never mind. It's owl, elk. Since this one obviously stays lit. It's hard to brute force when there's only 3 options. Unless there's a 4th somewhere. Because didn't we light the dragon, then we could light the elk? You say no good? No, that must have opened the door. Not the door, what? The statue down there. Yeah, there we go. And your loot is the bloody bargain. Rampage, on kill movement speed, attack speed increases by 10%. See, now that actually sounds interesting. Maybe a dagger build could have been cool. I don't think there's a reason to blow up any of them. Can we get a key? We got 2 keys. I would assume I need everyone here to help. Like we all do it in unison. Which means I have to use the interaction menu. Turn that one. No. Alright, go turn that one. Take. No, not take, turn. Let's see if this works.
It's open. Let's go.
Question is, was that everything? And also, should I continue with the torch? Just in case. Oh, another cluster of enemies through this door. Or down. Take option. Nope, never mind. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Well, they do very much damage to me. Fine, there's no mage or assassin here, so it seems like this would be an easier time. It's behind me. You must have a key. It's really not great to jump with the fray. See, if we were dual wield daggers, I feel like we just die so much. Although it might be worth swapping all the abilities to do more AoE damage. We always have to design up so what's in here except the way forward? No key or anything? Print instructions for new workers. Eh. There we go, storage room key. Nuclear. I mean, look at that. Even the elite is very, very tanky. Down, and just the buffoon flying around of armor. Whilst the shield that we can't hit through. It's facing the wrong way. Did he run off? I think they're chasing him because he ran off. Either way, we got the storage key, so I'm going to go open this now. And the big storage is... Where this amulet suffers no physical effects in combat. That is very nondescript. Unfortunately. That means no physical damage. That means... knockdown. I assume it'd be no knockdown and those type of physical effects. Speed reduction. Oh, jail cell. And item of interest.
Stay with us.
And study. Strange breath plant. Written entirely in that language. Contains a number of complicated diagrams, including details, blueprints of La Shalab. I can't say some of these words. Halal Shiral, I think. Halam Shiral? We've heard it a bunch, but yeah, they'll stick. A number of other palaces of
Look at all this.
Blowing up a bunch of
The
places.
Khnari text is gibberish, but it looks a great deal like they're cataloging artifacts. How many ruins must they have found to produce so much? What are they doing with it?
Morrigan said the key to an Illuvian could be anything, including knowledge or power. So they're stockpiling both. That's how they got the keystone and opened so many of the Illuvians we've seen.
Hopefully they don't have any more ancient magic crap to throw at us. That dragon skull would make a wicked armchair, though. Maybe we could take it back to Skyhold after this.
Cool. Doesn't look like there's anything in here, but we haven't had to pick a lock in quite a while. Yeah. Ta-da. Now, what was the point of that? Alright, well this feels boss battle-y.
Dragon's breath is an actual dragon.
Tethar! Bars!
Inquisition! Nira Tasia Sara! Miraba Sadim Kata!
Go kill them. That I can
Hisrat
translate.
now, please! Vinekatas!
Not a chance, ma'am.
And that was help us, I guess. Or think about your duty. You're a big boy. Oh, this does more damage the more focus we have. That's interesting as well. Well, that makes me want to save it and build it up. We'd probably dodge that if I was a bit more attentive. It seems like they're coming in waves, which definitely helps us. As opposed to the normal just onslaught. Can you jump at me? Oh, you teleport.
Are you alright?
There, you died.
The Iron Bull is just fine. When this is over, drinks are on me. Probably a lot of them. All right, break time's over. Let's do this.
Explosion, 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 read. Oh, anything again. Yeah, now see, waves, like the A2, I'm definitely a lot more happy with than just giant clusters. Again, in comparison to the first game, where at most you fight like 4 enemies at a time. There's the assassin. Spearman, spearman. Yeah. They block a lot too. Can't block if you knock down. The assassin's the one we have to deal with though. Yeah, got us again. We're just way too squishy. I really don't want to waste the abilities here though. I mean, I should be able to... Oh, I'm dead, never mind. God. When it comes to playing tanks, I have no idea how. Let's just see if we survive enough to res me. All the pesky assassins' fault. Wherever they are. I think they're dead now. And you for deflecting everything. It seems like knockdown is your best friend in the DLC. Since they can no longer block stuff. You just doing so much damage and also being so tanky. Big problem. Alright. Finally got through it. Nothing to loot. There is... no, it's a primer up there as well. Look more over there. Nah, it wants us to go this way. Animal handler logbook, so I'm assuming this is about the dragon. Deserves better than the pry bars, and neither does we use upon it. Oh, interesting. Whoever that animal handler is, he doesn't like what they're doing to the dragon, I guess. Free the dragon instead. Sounds a lot easier.
So, boss, we gonna fight the dragon or what?
Her captors have already mutilated her. It seems needlessly cruel to kill her.
There are multiple of these? There must be. Considering I'm just turning it so slowly. Alright, this is where we do the interactions, although phasing around the map is usually annoying. Cassandra's the tank, so she stays. And we can't quite get to the last one. And now, though, I assume it's 3. One opening. But then one we're missing.
There's a bunch of crap stopping it from moving, boss.
Very, very confused about how this works. Turning the fire. I'm an idiot. The turn is to help, I guess. I'm guessing it's the levers over here, but I'm also guessing the dragon's going to kill us at some point.
Ishara!
Do you need to do both at once, though? Is that the issue?
You've got it. It's opening.
Halfway there, boss. We've got the gate. Let's open the barriers.
I do not know what it wants us to do. Open the barriers. I guess now turn the things? That, from a design perspective, some indication would be nice. And also, oops. A proper indicator of... Not... Yeah, God. I'm struggling to talk. So I'm trying to do this, obviously, while people are dying. It's one thing. Device is blocked by what? Ah, that. Thank God. Yeah. I don't know. This is where markers could help. Waste this. At this point, it probably would have just been better to wipe out the dragon. Yeah. No. Gates, then that. Seems a lot more doable. Now that we know what we actually have to do. Alright. Turn 1. Turn 2. Me and you come this way.
So,
let's use the
boss,
tactical menu for this
we're
other
gonna
thing.
fight the dragon?
And then Iron Ball, you need to go turn the device. I need to go blow that up.
What?
Her captors have already mutilated her. It seems needless. Cruel to kill her.
Wing buff, it's getting me. Oh. You better just do it on the spot. That auto-targeted the dragon.
Barrier's blocked. It cannot...
That's one. Is it blocked somewhere else? No. So then Bull needs to continue interacting with it. He runs away annoyingly. Well, the tactical menu is also really annoying. With the height and everything. You have to path like an actual player. Of course, them teleporting to me is also horrible. But everyone's alive, so that's something. I should be able to do this.
The barriers are set. Now we just need to open the gate.
Akashi Itwa, Terasam!
Help Dor-
He will not let you cut down the Akashi.
Free?
Got it. It's opening.
I'm so confused. We're gonna end up killing the dragon at this point because I have no idea what we're meant to do. Like, that's just turning by itself now. Everything's just going to shit. They're like stuck in their turn animations, I guess. Weird. Yeah, they're stuck in their turn animations. Yeah. Not going well. Assume that's the one. I suppose we can give it one more try. Oh.
So,
One sec. Right. Let's see if we can do this. Fire ants. Be curious.
boss, we gonna fight the dragon or what?
So we can turn
Her captors
these,
have already mutilated her.
which
It
rotates
seems
the fire,
needlessly cruel to kill her.
which seems like you're meant to line it up.
If we
I
move
don't know
those rings,
how.
we can clear a path for the dragon.
Rotate the rings where? Like, what would make sense is you rotate them out of the way of the door. So at the very least, you turn them so that they're facing this way, I guess. Like that. And then we have to go destroy that so we can rotate the bigger wheel. Blow this up. And let's go do the 2 gates. And hopefully that's all it takes. Ah, okay. That makes it a bit more complex. Rotates everything. Where we run into trouble. It's the... Okay, so it's when reinforcements come.
The barriers are set. Now we just need to open the gate.
Alright, that's something.
Akashi Itwa, Terasam!
Me, if I don't attack anything. And Dorian, since he can also stealth.
Hishara!
Well, I'm not doing it. No, then we just do it as Dorian. It should be quick enough.
Got it. It's opening.
That's it. There goes our dragon.
Hopefully we get free res out of it.
Hashara! Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen'Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
Whatever you think I've done, mass assassination isn't a good moral high ground.
The South was poisoned by these elves' manipulations. It suffers just as you do now. You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach, who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Solus, agent of Fen'Harel.
Yes,
What?
agent.
Whatever Solus is involved in, I am nobody's puppet.
Even now, you refuse to see the strings. Solus tricked us all. He pushed a dying Qunari into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades.
I mean, it doesn't change that you were going to assassinate people.
Hanahadan, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solus will not outlive you.
Whatever else, Solus was one of us. I won't leave him for Vidasala.
I mean, he did do a lot of good, even if he is the root of a lot of evil. Alright, this feels like the climax. Final set of cutscenes?
The Vidasala cannot have gotten
I'd still
far.
expect a boss fight. Guessing we decide who to help? You either fight Qunari or you fight Solus.
It's going to... Everyone back!
Anchor meltdown. The anchor now builds up power even faster. Using is difficult, but discharges all accumulated focus. Focus reaches full power, the anchor discharges uncontrollably, damaging you and allies nearby.
If it keeps up like this, it will kill you.
Oh, great.
Solus must
just doing
help
it
as he
passively
did at
now.
Haven. Solus, an agent of Fen'Harel. I should have
I wonder if
suspected.
it means one bar of focus or
Over there.
all bars
That's
of
got
focus.
to be where Solus is.
Either way. Ah, now it has a giant ass animation to it, unfortunately. So this is not going to go well. Hopefully we can heal up. We're doing like no damage though. Because only every second attack gets through. Oh, discard. That's gonna get really annoying that I have to spam it. I suppose I can use Rift instead. Actually, that's probably the better idea. Nice try. Let's see. Does this work? Does that cooldown? It does have a cooldown though. Alright, but we kind of healed up. I'm guessing that's a boss. At least a tougher fight. Feels like it does less damage too now as well. Who's is down? We always deal with the assassins first. That's enough damage. And I desperately need to get people off. Tank for a little bit, Iron Ball. God, one hit depletes our guard. Another pesky assassin again. Hopefully that's everyone. No loots, which is good. Now, Anchor's gonna get... Wait, we can go up to it? Looks like there's a staircase here. So I can get to them before we reach 4. I could have probably thought up a better final ability than just a large explosion. Can you go that way? It's just a lake clearing. We could have eye frames. I mean, the fact that it does 6 to 12k, regardless of how much focus we have. Maybe I should be spamming it. Although, maybe I should also just run straight to the end at this point. Right for tops, maybe? Anyway, as long as there's no assassins, we're fine. I mean, it does seem like I can just enter. Oh. You can. Can skip the fights. I mean, there's no loot, there's nothing to them. If it becomes an actual boss fight, yeah, like that. Apparently one shots. Interesting. Don't stand near him. And everyone use their abilities. Handcuffs. I think we bugged it though with the damage we did.
Looks like he's off the leash.
Good mark or something. Great, was meant to have a phase 2 and we blew straight past it. Thanks for the damage buff. Would have been nice if I had a long range option. So it does feel like I can run through again. If I really want. But I think they keep coming anyway. Or at least it looks like they keep running through. Why don't I just start up at some point? And make my way through. There's another one though. Does he see me? Kind of felt like he saw me. Feels a little cheaty. Especially with the fact that the sound is cut out. It's a lot of enemies to fight through. You're anyone special? You're not even anyone special. Yeah, and then you can enter. They really shouldn't have made that an option. Another wave.
Alright. Maravaskatara!
You are dead, Inquisitor! Your soul is dust!
Time to fight her, I take it. Nope, another one. Running out of my potions though. Jump around way too much. You might see the second phase of this one. He just summoned a bunch of demons, I guess? He's doing a bunch of AoE attacks. Still think he's the priority to zero. Although maybe the giant amount of demons is more of a concern. Please let there be a cutscene end to this.
We cannot hurt him! Use your mark!
What I was meant to do? What stuff going on here? Was that the final fight? That felt kind of final fight-ish. But, you know, not a repeat of the boss or mini-boss you had to fight before. It would have been better. But I guess that was the final fight. Maybe you didn't have to fight the lady.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
That would have been helpful in the main game. Just like that, it's better.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Qunari answered some of those questions. The information I found while traveling through the Illuvians answered more. You're Fen'Harel. You're the Dread Wolf.
Well done. I was soulless first. Fen'Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
The Dalish legends about the evil trickster god are wrong. I saw the truth in the crossroads.
You saw another story, written in desperation to give me more credit than I ever deserved.
You were a hero, Solus.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, and finally gods. The Evanurus.
You said that the elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
So that's what he wanted.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
Soul back.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
You banished the false gods.
Vengeance.
You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it.
So it wasn't ransacked.
There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade. All destroyed. The elven legends of immortality. All true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves. Even themselves.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I
feeling
woke
like
still
this would have
weak a
been
year before I joined you.
Continuing that Veilguard.
My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down.
And Dreadwolf
But
sounds
still,
cool anyway.
Some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
I mean, I'm kind of with him, right? So, Veilguard, his name is him trying to wreck and destroy the Veil, I guess. Or tear down the Veil. Someone trying to tear down the Veil.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen'Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died and you had recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solus.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
You gave your orb to Corypheus.
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
Whatever your reasons, we couldn't have defeated Corypheus without you.
Your doubts are misplaced. Everything you accomplished, you earned.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization, and now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Klloo.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
I guess we owe you for that one, too.
I hope it gives your people some final peace.
You control the Alluvians now.
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed.
That's interesting.
I had to override the magic personally.
It's a
the Qunari stumbled upon this section.
So I wonder what would happen if she died.
With them gone,
imprisoned.
The
Whatever
Alluvians
the
are now mine.
alternative is. Which she didn't reconcile with the Empress.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes. I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry.
You're gonna cut off... Oh, I thought he was gonna cut off the
Live
hand.
well, while time remains.
So he couldn't remove it either? He just slowed it down again? So there we go. And that sets up what his intentions are in Veilguard. Alright, we've seen him in the trailer and everything, so we know Dreadwolf is still the overarching story. Just more focus on the ragtag team of people. I'm guessing because of the whole 9-year gap, they didn't want it to be
Something
a true
must be
sequel.
done, but we cannot lose the
But
Inquisition
they'd
now.
rather
We
a fresh
stand
slate.
on the brink of war with the Klloo.
Oh,
Yes,
I
because
assume
this
this is meant to be a
Solas
cutscene.
provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Qunari spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Work is done. I feel like this side. I mean, the fact that Liliana is divine, I'm kind of okay with that. But it feels like after our little talk with Solus, I'd be more inclined to disband the Inquisition and then go about it myself. Although we've been told that choices don't matter, right? Going into Veilguard. Obviously this was probably going to set up for something in it, and they scrapped all that, so yeah. I'm going to say our work is done.
You all know what this is. A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. We have fulfilled that pledge. And now the war is over, for most of us. It is time for our soldiers to sheathe their swords and go
Plus the whole
home.
fact that Solus had spies, Qunari had spies, the Legions probably have spies, everyone has
To all
spies
who
in our
served.
organization already.
Thank you. It has been an honor. Effective immediately. The
I'm sure
Inquisition
for
is
many that'd be
disbanded.
confusing. Yeah, it makes sense, given our little heart-to-heart with Solus.
Perhaps Ferelden's position is not so
Come. Gonna speak, or do I have to read it? Really? They couldn't get voice lines? In short orders, the Inquisition was disbanded. Now, some were relieved. Oh, okay, apparently it speaks fast. Others preferred to remember the Inquisition's good works and many lives it had saved. I can't even... Well, I can. I'm hoping it skips one page. This is gonna be annoying. Those who served returned to their former lives knowing that they had stopped great evil from destroying the world. Yeah, so it won't let me skip. Right? And hoping that peace for which they had fought remained. Once the Inquisition was gone, they really should have just made you be able to go forward. With Dragon's Breath disrupted and any hopes of swift victory dashed, the Qunari retreated back to the north. We wait. Suppose I should read it slower then. Few knew what debates were waged in Palvolan, where the Qunari are, but no long after the Exalted Council, the Qunari launched new attacks against Tevinter. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war many feared could spread across Thedas. The Exiled Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria of important matters. Cassandra served for several years. While she often disagreed with Liliana's policies, the former right and left hand of the Divine shared a mutual respect and worked well together. You braid her hair. Cassandra also spent time in Hunter Horn Mountains north of Olay, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to purpose few outside their order could guess. Working towards a purpose, and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. The end of the Inquisition had been... No, yeah, try again. The end of the Inquisition, as it had been, sent shockwaves through the College of the Enchanters. Vivian, Madame de Fierable, played a part, blah blah blah. Her followers united to build a new circle, with Vivian as its Grand Enchanter, in direct competition with the College. Now, if you were a mage, would you pick imprisonment or freedom? What the circle lacked in numbers, they made up for in political connections. Soon they were forced to be reckoned with, which does make sense. It always seems like we kind of sowed a bit more discord than good. The two institutions settled into an uneasy coexistence across the south, vying for power. Next person, I assume? It's like 3 pages per. After the Exalted Council, Liliana devoted herself fully to the Sunburst throne and her dreams of reshaping the Chantry. I couldn't skip just work. Within a year, she removed restrictions surrounding Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be invited and ordained. We got to pop up. Okay. This decree was followed swiftly by a decision to return the Canticle of Shartan to the canonical chant, move that divided Andrastians deeply. I don't know what that is. Rebellion to renounce her and return the Chantry to its former state arose, beginning first in Olay, and spreading to other parts of Thedas. Divine Victoria was resolute, holding her ground even after several unsuccessful attempts on her life. Seemingly unconcerned with the assassination attempt, she held up the hostility leveled against her as proof that she was on the right path. With the Inquisition disbanded, Sarah joined the Inquisitor in officially retiring from scaring people in high places. By formal account agreement, both would lead boring, safe lives, nowhere special, doing not much at all. And with the comforting lie, those in power continued their fragile lives as though all was back to normal. Meanwhile, Red Jennings, an entirely separate person, not all collectively embodied by Sarah, the Inquisitor, and countless friends, continued to make a difference, or just have fun, when and where the impulse struck, with frequent visits to her Whittle, of course. Count Harding, is it? Hopefully that carries over. Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the Divine. When the knobs piss about with your left or right, call on the Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. Varric took up the role of Viscount and with the help of his friend Hawke rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marchers, needing to ignore all mail from both the Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. How are they going to work that into why he's with Rook? With the Inquisitor disbanded, the Bull's charges returned to taking jobs throughout Olay and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of the Vantari forces, the Iron Bull did its part to restore order to Thedas. After the Inquisitor disbanded, Cullen retired from active service. He returned to Ferelden, establishing a sanctuary for former Templars on land Divine Victoria granted him. With his help, many Templars shed their lyrium addiction, and those whose minds were too far gone spent their last days in comfort. And he promised that, should his friends from the Old Inquisition ever need him, his blade would be ready. See, I feel like Cullen would have made more sense. Dorian returned to Tevinter to take his father's place in the Magistrum. and shaved half his head. As rumors flew about of the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resentment against corruption. Along with the Magisters, he formed a group called the to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting for Magister Parvis's side noted that he kept in constant communication with the Inquisitor via Mystic Crystal, whether the vital information or from moral sports. These talks seemed to give Dorian the strength to continue his fight. After the Exalted Council, Tom Rainier bid farewell to his friends and went to Wise Up Fortress to pledge himself to the Grey Wardens for good. While he was rarely seen in the years that followed, some said they encountered Rainier in far-flung lands. Their accounts are always similar. Carried out the duties of the Warden, but always found time to help others along the way. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless, others he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved toys. When the Inquisitor disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva with her family. He was soon approached by an agent from the House of Repose, whose assassins had been killed by the Inquisitor's agents on Josephine's behalf. Far from being offended, the House of Repose was inquiring as to whether Josephine might need their service. She quickly persuaded them that she had no need for assassins, but instead hired them as guards for her new trading vessels. The Rivani pirates, looking to rekindle an ancient feud, soon learned that the Montelier ships were not lightly boarded, and her house prospered greatly. The Inquisitor found herself warmly received by Josephine's family, and House Montelier soon became a second home, a place where the Inquisitor could at least find peace at a time, with Josephine happily by his side. Paul returned to the Fade, saying that there's more pain coming and that he knew where passion would be most needed. He promised that his friends in the Inquisition would remember him, and sorry, my eyes are going. And that's where the hurt was greatest, he would help, and that where the... English sometimes. After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances and did elven servants across Thedas to go work for Solus. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor's story about Fen'Harel worried just how large the Dreadwolf's forces were, and what the ancient Elven rebellion had planned. Oh, and a post-credit cutscene of us looking. I know this is the rationale for Harding being in Veilguard.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Yeah, so if the disbandment is the canon, right? Colin could have been a fitting party member. But I guess Scout Harding will do. Considering Colin wasn't at the ending there. Story, good. Fights, puzzles, kind of okay. Wish they were kind of a little bit more complex. The novelty stuff was actually quite interesting. All the extra little tidbits. But yeah, there we have it. Trespasser down. Trilogy completes. Now we just wait Veilguard. We'll leave it there. Good enough for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to leave the credits to play. But anyone still hanging around and watching posts, thanks as always. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah.
What is this? A new book? All this shit is weird. Oh, Varric, that is a terrible title. What are you even thinking? The sky churned like a rolling sea on a dark and stormy night, centered on a gaping hole that led to the arse end of nowhere. A hole that spit up many things that day, comets, demons, and a whole lot of trouble. It's about the Inquisition. The din of the tavern cut the silence like it owed the carter money. In the middle, in her element, Red Jenny. She looked me up and down, mostly down. "Not playing, weirdy," she said, gesturing with and dismissively eating a sandwich. "Don't write that. Seriously, piss up a rope." Sarah made the subtext text, which suited me fine. The court enchanter swirled into the room like a drop of beautiful poison spreading in a wineglass. She sized me up with a glance. "I'm so glad you made it, my dear," she said. "I am Madame de Fer, the most terrifying person you shall ever meet." Liliane enfolded Alphonse in an embrace as warm as a serpent's kiss. "I always knew I could count on your support." The Count did not feel the bite of her poisoned dart until it was too late. "Even if it requires your death." Drops of rain glistened on the griffin medallion grasped tightly in Blackwall's hand. "The silverite wings of valor. They mean nothing." He flung the medal to the cold and uncaring ground. "You don't know what I've done. You don't know me." So romantic. Cole moved like a shadow that also moved like a knife. A shadow wearing a hat where dreams came to die. "It's a riddle," he whispered. "A cold riddle that gnaws at your mind, but you'll feel better when it's gone." That makes as much sense as anything Cole says. "Do you place your herald above the law, Ambassador?" "Whose law, my lady?" Josephine's eyes glittered like angry opals. "The law destroyed by rebellion, by civil war, by poor fiscal management. We are the law." We left our mark on adamant, but the dust hadn't settled, and neither had Harding. "I can offer you a drink, if I catch your meaning." "If you'd caught my meaning, you'd have offered a double." What is even happening here? The Iron Bull was a great slab of muscle with horns that could hang a tapestry. One eye scanned for threats, while the other hid behind an eye patch like a chantry's sister's old sins. "Come on," he barked, not looking back as he entered. The dancer with the great rack comes on in 5. That is spot on, actually. The commander had the look of a Templar who had seen the worst of humanity, yet still had the time to style his hair. "This isn't just a war," he said, his gaze steely like a dull blade. "It's the only war." Cullen! That's Cullen! The mage wore a class of handsome sneer cultivated by 1,000 years of Tevinter elitism. "The name's Dorian," he glared. D-O-R-I-A-N. Spell it right, you marble-headed lump, or it's toad time. A toad? That's hardly credible. The bold elf spun, mage staff crackling like the city after a good man's murder. "You're crazy!" the Red Templar cried in terror. Moonlight glinted off ears like the knives you never see coming. Better to fade out than burn away. Ugh, Varric. Wait, where am I? I don't... Oh, here it is. The Seeker clutched at my vest, her tears as desperate as they were pitiful. "Varric, I was wrong about everything," she sobbed. "Could you find it in your noble heart to forgive me?" That dwarf, he put me in the book! I'm in the book! I am reading the shit out of this!